What's up, friends? Welcome back to 9 3/4, the most magical place here on YouTube, as I like to say. It's Carissa here, and well, I felt really drawn to bring you messages from Gaia today, and it's after a crazy week. My energy was just all over the place, and I really felt like I needed to get back into center, back into alignment. And so, while I allowed myself to really ground in nature and spend some time getting my energy back and rejuvenating and things like that, I just allowed things to flow to me. I allowed everything to just come and flow, allowed messages to just download and things like that. And I was really grateful to have had all of these things flow to me, because for a little bit I was a little, from being disconnected from my energy, I felt like somebody just turned the TV off, somebody just, all the sound turned off, and I felt like radio silence, and I was kind of getting like, whoa, what's going on? And it was because my energy was off and I was not aligned and all of that jazz. So that really helped me a lot. And by doing so, I really was able to connect and bring you like automatic writing type things. But my automatic writing is very different. At least I think it is. So I tried to film it for you, and when I did, it was way long. And so to condense it for you, I think it would just be a horrible thing to watch. So what I did was I put it all on a little note card for you. I condensed it to little notes, so I have behind your oracle cards little notes from my automatic writing that I can share with you in your reading that I had before I even drew your oracle cards. And hopefully that resonates with you. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. Messages from Gaia and see how that goes. So you guys have, as usual, you guys have 4 groups for you to choose from. Starting with group 1, we have this really pretty yellow fluorite sunflower. You can see the little purple banding in there too. It's really pretty. Group 2, you have another really pretty one, Ocean Jasper Octopus. The lighting is totally not doing him justice, but he is purple and green and blue. So pretty. I love this dude. I love all of them, honestly. Group 3, you have the Honey Calcite Sun, also super awesome. In group 4, I believe this is an Angelite and Serpentine turtle. So, as usual, you guys, pause the video here, take all the time you need to pick your groups, and timestamps will be dropped down below, and I'll see you in your reading. Hello, group 1. If you chose the yellow fluorite sunflower, welcome to your reading. I'm going to pop your crystal right over here by the tree. As you can tell, I tried to make this a very nature looking setup over here, so I hope you guys enjoy. These are your oracle cards. So I'm going to start off with what I pre-channeled before I drew cards. So hopefully this resonates. And as always, you guys take only what resonates and always leave the rest. So when I was channeling with just your crystal, I got "Come Little Children, I'll Take Thee Away into My Garden of Magic" from Hocus Pocus. That's what I was hearing in my head, that song that Sarah Sanderson was singing to bring the children in. So I don't know if that is a significant movie for you guys. It was more so about the movie that was significant rather than the song, although the song might be significant for some of you. But definitely that you might resonate with indigo children energy as well. Also, please don't mind my handwriting, I apologize. My third eye started to throb as well. So I did want to note that this could indicate some of you awakening, some psychic abilities as well. Things like that, some clear gifts, whether it be clairvoyance, claircognizance, clairsentience, things like that, any of those. Then I started to see parts of Practical Magic, the movie, and so it got me thinking that some of you may be into like witchcraft and things like that, or practice witchcraft. And I know sometimes people associate witchcraft with like female gender, and now when I throw that term around, I don't want you to think like it's only for women or female, things like that. So I want to be all inclusive when I say that. So it does not matter what you identify as. There is something extremely magical about your group. Some of you are discovering the magic inside, and some of you may already be tapped into your magic as well. And it really feels like Queen of Wands energy. You know, like there's something about the Queen of Wands when I look at that tarot card as well, where there's something extremely magical about her, how she holds a wand, how she has a black cat by her, how she's able to really manifest things and attract things towards her and things like that. The energy she puts out, she gets back, and very much that vibe of like, you know, you're a wizard, Harry, you know, Hermione. I feel like there's so many like Professor McGonagall, like things that I really resonate with that particular card that I feel like is your energy group 1. And so Professor Dumbledore, you know, it just, the list goes on, to be honest. And so another thing that I was getting is it says, like a grandfather clock, there are so many pieces and parts that make you tick. And what that, when I wrote that down, what I wanted to tap into that was that when I talk about how magical you are and how all of these things that come together, that I was channeling, is that there are so many parts of you that people may not know about or may not understand, because either you felt like you couldn't show it to the world yet, you're not fully bloomed yet, or there are just so many like versatilities, if that makes sense, like so many facets, like a diamond, that are a part of who you are, that people only really see the surface, like they're only scratching the surface when they get to know you. You know, there's so many other levels to who you are that it's such a crazy amazingness, if that makes sense. Like, whoa, you can do that. Like, I don't know. There was another reading I did about how, you know, you might have been in that group where I did that reading, and I can't remember what the reading is. I tend to do this a lot when I channel, where I forget what I channel sometimes, because it just flows through me, and then that's, whoop, it's out. And so I apologize, but that's just how my gift works sometimes. But definitely like this energy where, you know, people are like so amazed by all the things that you can do, and it's incredible, group 1, how multifaceted you are, how many, like a sunflower, you know, how, you know, that flower just has so many petals, so many parts to it that people have yet to discover, you know, and like just this magical being that you really are. So I do want to point that out. So hopefully that resonated. I was so doubtful about my ability to do this what do you call it? Oh my gosh, I'm blanking out on the word now. Pre-automatic writing, before I even tapped into cards and things like that, to just start automatically channeling from just pure crystal, tapping into this. So I'm scared to even put this out, but I'm just going to do it and we'll see how it goes. Starting off with your cards, we have number 7, amplify your positive emotions. I'm really scared now. Okay. I'll be scared together with you. We'll just see how it goes. Oh my gosh. Okay. Number 3, Armadillo Spirit, set healthy boundaries. I drew 2 cards for this particular deck. I don't know why. I just felt like I had to. Number 7, Bee Spirit, sweet results await. Well, that's really cool how there's a bee and you're a flower crystal. Then from the Wanwood deck, we have Privilege, which I love showing you this card. By the way, the artwork on this deck is just incredible. And lastly, from another Animal Spirit deck, we have Shut Up, Honeybee. 2 bees, you guys. Let compassion and forgiveness be your top your top priority in this situation. Wow. Okay. Wow, guys. And you have 2 7s. Okay. Hold on. Let me sit with this for a sec. Okay. So I feel like you guys are definitely hardworking. With a B, I just always feel like hardworking and definitely for the good of others at that. And because of that, with that being said, I'm trying to figure out where I want to go to first with that information here. I feel like with the hard work coming into play, let's talk about this card here, okay? Amplify your positive emotions. So there is this thing where whatever you think, there will be a ripple effect of your energy that is flowing from you, and that is so powerful. And like I said, you guys have this powerful, magical way about you, right? That you are able to attract things towards you. And with that being said, with this card here, what this card means with amplify your positive emotions, that your ripple effect has this way of what you put out there radiates out, and then that thus comes back towards you as well. So by you putting out that positive energy, trust that what you radiate will then affect your desires, your beliefs, your manifestations, and trust that it will attract what you are wishing for, you know, towards you. So really understand that. And look how magical this child is in this picture. She has wings, you know, and it's just such a beautiful, this is beautiful energy right here. Number 7 also makes me think of spirituality, discovery. She's looking down at her reflection, so you may be reflecting a lot as well. With the bee spirit here, sweet results await also is a number 7, so I feel like they're connected as well. Sweet results await, meaning trust that these results, you've been working very hard, also taking that inspired action lately towards the things that you have been doing, the seeds that you have maybe been planting. And you know, by also planting these seeds and putting out that positive energy, radiating out that positive light that you are and that you have within you, trust that these sweet results are coming back towards you, and they're coming, you know. Also with this privilege card, because it's making me go here, privilege, it's a privilege to have those gifts that you have, and I think you already understand that, but it's also, I'm getting, it's a privilege to know you. So I think Gaia really wants you to understand, like, set healthy boundaries with people in your life who may take advantage of your light and your magic. Because not only is it a privilege to have your gifts, and I feel like you use your gifts for the good of others and for the good of all, and to really be a service and a light for other people, but set these healthy boundaries with people who just take advantage and drain you. Because while your gifts are a privilege, and I'm hearing like Spider-Man, you know, with great power comes great responsibility. Yes, that is true, but do not let other people just take advantage and take. You deserve your own light as well. You know, does that make sense? Like, you deserve to be given stuff too. You deserve to have your own light and your own power, your own strength as well, to be given back things as well. And it is a privilege to know you. It is a privilege to have access to you. So understand that. And I think that you have a great understanding as well that your light, your gifts are a privilege, and you do allow it, as this card talks about. What the meaning, the true meaning of this card is that, you know, you allow your gifts to really illuminate your life in the best ways and to help others. You know, you don't see your gifts as a burden, but as a as a light to help others, you know, and be there for other people. You know, like for example, you know, if you had to, let's say, take your grandmother to go grocery shopping, or your dog for a walk every single day, you know, you don't see that as a burden or as a chore. You see that as a gift, as a privilege for you to be able to do that. Like you see that as a gift for you to be able to do that. So it's your perspective, you know, and that really makes a huge difference, which leads me to this here, honeybee. Let compassion and forgiveness be your top priority in this situation. And I think that what Gaia really wants to highlight here is that you really understand that, you know, like a bee, I think they want to highlight that what you do is beneficial to the world. You know, while the bee is definitely doing its job and working and, you know, pollinating and getting honey for its queen and things like that. So sorry, I had to drink some water. While a bee is pollinating and doing things for, you know, its hive, and the queen, you know, gathering nectar and things like that, it is also doing things for the greater good of all mankind, and, you know, pollinating our crops and things like that, keeping our world fed, and all of those great things that bees do. Without bees, you know, our food supply chain would collapse. So really think about that, and how that is what Gaia thinks of you. That is what Gaia wants you to understand, that is you. You are the epitome of that bee spirit. You hold that quality and that light and that magic, and you are, though you might feel small and you might feel like you're not making a very big difference, you truly are. You are such a huge light, and you are so magical, and you are so mighty, and you really need to understand that. So let's get a little more messages here with tarot. What messages does Gaia have for group 1? Yeah, I really do feel like a little better now about what I channeled. Hopefully it does still resonate with you about like feeling magical, tapped into your gifts and things like that. Definitely, there are so many parts to you. There are so many things that, you know, you do for other people. So what messages does Gaia have for group 1? Upright or reversed? Okay. Oh. Okie dokie. What messages does Gaia have for group 1? We'll get one more. Okay. In the back, we have the King of Swords. Oh, sorry, the Knight of Swords. Did I even tell you what we have? We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Seven of Swords, the Emperor, the Devil reversed, the Hierophant reversed, and the Knight of Swords reversed. All right, group 1. So I definitely feel like what you need to know from Gaia is that you are really learning to step into your power and understanding that not everybody has your best interests at heart. I feel like you're taking matters into your own hands and really setting boundaries for yourself and setting boundaries in your own life when it comes to doing things that you really want to do and achieve in your life. I also feel like there's a part of you that needs to be a little more strategic and a little more, I don't want to say sneaky because I feel like that's the wrong word, but like strategic. I feel like that's, I can't think of another word other than strategic. But like with the Seven of Swords here, I feel like there's just a way where like by setting boundaries, you know, like when to hold your tongue and not tell people certain things, or like there's certain people in your life where you don't tell them everything, because otherwise they're going to go and like tell everybody who doesn't need to know, or just, you know, try to snake things away from you, stuff like that. And just there's just certain people that you just need to cut out of your life when it comes to that, like this toxic energy that just needs to be rid of that. And by you, you know, taking things into your own hands and really finally heeding that advice that maybe you've been going against for so long or not really paying attention to for so long, that, you know, things are finally going to shift for the better. With the Hierophant in reversed here, I just feel like this is talking about you stepping outside of your comfort zone and doing something different. And really, this has something to do with, I want to say, you doing something in that magical era, you know, whether it be practicing witchcraft, whether it be you exploring that realm of like the occult, or, you know, I feel like whenever I say that word, it feels like a taboo word, you know, like people think like, oh my gosh, she's evil. Oh my gosh, he's evil. Oh my gosh, they're evil. You know what I mean? And I don't want it to have that connotation at all. I feel like everybody is free to practice what they wish as long as it's not harmful to anyone. You know what I mean? Um, and like for me personally, I've always felt like restricted, or like I couldn't freely choose or be as I wanted in that aspect of like exploring what I wanted to spiritually, being that, you know, I had family who was very much Christian and who still is very much Christian, you know. It's a very touchy subject there. And so I've always felt like I had to keep quiet about it. I can't talk about it freely, even still, you know, and it's very sad and hard, but I can't do things at the expense of my own happiness, and neither can you. You know, I feel like spirit is really highlighting that. And so Gaia wants you to really explore that avenue and go outside that box, finally do things for you. You know, I feel like there is this part of you that has been held back for so long, and like all talk, no action, meaning, you know, you wanted to do this, you wanted to do this. Now it's time for you to actually go for it. You know, you don't necessarily, like I said, have to share this with every single person in your life, because it's not necessary for you to do that. This is for you, and that's all that matters. So I really understand that setting the boundaries, making sure that this is something that, you know, is your safe space and your own thing to hold for you. So I think that's really important for me to highlight for you. So take it if it resonates, because it does feel like maybe that part of it is really specific. But other than that, another message I'm getting as far as like doing something outside of the box, this is something that other people in your family may not agree with or may not support you in wholeheartedly, and that's okay. You know, this is something that you have been wanting and desiring for quite some time. Maybe you need to go at this part alone for a little bit and do things on your own. And like I said, same thing, you don't need to share this whole part of your journey with them. You know what I mean? You are a grown-up, at least you should be if you're watching this, and you can make your own decisions, you know. You definitely hold the authority in your life. You know how to go about this. Set those healthy boundaries, and like I said, amplify those positive emotions. And as you put forth that, you know, inspired action, and you do that hard work that you are so capable of doing, you've been doing, you're definitely going to see the results awaiting. This Queen of Pentacles vibe is definitely very interesting, not interesting, very incredible and very amazing that it's going to come back towards you, and you're going to be sitting pretty at the end. So definitely. But I do want to pull a few of these to see anything else that comes through before closing out with any advice and guidance for you guys. Group 1. Is there anything else for group 1? Messages from Gaia. Group 1. Anything else? We have success. Definitely success is coming, guys. I love that. And orange always makes me feel like sacral chakra energy. Wow. So definitely this could be something creative, something that brings you a lot of passion, ignites a lot of your passion. This is also illumination coming out, more orange energy, more sacral chakra. Wow. Why is that so hard? Sacral chakra energy. So you might be really open in your sacral chakra right now, which is very awesome. Illumination is just really you stepping into your light and your confidence and your allowing yourself to shine. Like I said, you're lighting up the way. You are the light. So really understand that. And you're the sunflower. That's super awesome. I wouldn't be surprised if you felt drawn to the sun as well, which I did not do the reading for yet. So it'll be interesting. Hunger. You have a lot of hunger within you. And I believe that as long as you stay hungry, you keep going with that drive and that passion that you have within you. More orange, seriously, you have a lot of this passion and drive within you, so definitely take advantage of that and keep tapping in with that energy. So let's draw you a couple more from this deck before I close out with advice and guidance. You have energy. Wow, look at that energy. Definitely good energy. This is red, so it always makes me think of root. These aren't chakra cards, but that's the first thing my head goes to is like chakra colors. This is, and red is energy. Exactly, energy. Also grounding, trusting in yourself and your abilities, trusting that the universe has your back. And then the last thing is isolation. So it's okay, like I said, for you to go at this alone for a little bit. It's okay for you to do this for you. It's okay for you to trust in yourself. And you might feel a little isolated at first, and that's okay. You will find your people. Don't worry. Go with the flow, you guys. It's okay. The flow will come. The flow will come. I'm going to finish off with these numerology cards now for advice and guidance for you. Okay, advice and guidance for group 1, please. Advice and guidance for group 1. We have be humble. Yeah, with all that success. Sit down. Be humble. But definitely look at that Leo energy. There's so much confidence brewing out here. We also have practice gratitude. Yes, definitely be grateful for all the things that you have and that are coming towards you. And then lastly, we have speak your world into being. That's that positive, amplify your positive emotions. That's definitely all of these things. You have that ability, that manifestation ability that we were talking about in the beginning, right? And then lastly, we have push through any insecurities, feeling like you're alone, feeling like you can't do this, feeling like you maybe, doubtful of the things that you shouldn't be doing, like whatever this possible thing is. Push through it because you got this, group 1, seriously. And Gaia has your back. Gaia is supporting you throughout all of this. You're not truly alone. And definitely, if this is something that you truly want and you have, know that you are heavily guided by Gaia, by your spirit guides, by the universe. It's just absolutely incredible. But yes, that is where I'm going to leave your reading, group 1, and I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Please go ahead and smash the like button, comment down below, leave a little sunflower emoji or bee emoji letting me know that you are from group 1. Let me know how you guys resonated with it, especially any feedback on the automatic writing portion of this, letting me know how that resonated for you. I really appreciate that as well. But yes, don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you don't miss a beat. I will also be linking my Patreon down below in case you're interested in joining our magical family there, where we have exclusive content and weekly energy readings not available here on YouTube. And yes, thank you guys so much. Also, if you want to follow me on TikTok, it's the same as my Instagram, which I will also drop down below as well. And yes, thank you guys so much for allowing me to read for you today. I hope you guys have a magical day or night whenever you're watching, and I will see you soon. Bye. What's up, group 2? If you chose this ocean, Jasper, Octopus, welcome to your reading. And go ahead and put your crystal right there. And we're just going to get started with this. Where is it? If you missed the intro, I did a automatic writing channeling before I shuffled out your oracle cards. So take this only if it resonates. I was really iffy about putting this out there because obviously I don't normally do this type of channeling, but I've been doing a lot more expansion within my abilities and my mediumship and things like that. So I don't know, I just really felt like I had to test it out and do the things that I needed to do for my channeling abilities and things like that. So I hope you understand. But that being said, because I take so long when I do my scribbling and things like that, and to make it condensed and neater and things like that, I put it on a little note card and I'm going to read it to you. So only take it if it resonates, please. Group 1 seemed to go really well based on how it correlated to the cards that I drew afterwards. So it was really great. So hopefully it works for you as well. Anyways, diving into your group here, and all I went off of was your crystal, channeling into your energy and things like that. Group 2, so I felt like your group was possibly neurodivergent. Maybe you guys are multitaskers as well, or multitaskers, so take either or both. And you could possibly be easily distracted lately with a lot on your plate as well. So maybe, you're taking on a lot, overly burdened. I felt like, just a lot of squirrel, just so easily distracted, but at the same time, so many things to do. Like an endless to-do list, a never-ending to-do list. I also felt like, your brain was going, my brain was going like 1,000,000 miles an hour. So maybe your brain is also going 1,000,000 miles an hour, and it couldn't shut off. I just had to go. Wait, my mind's going here and there and there and there, here and there, and all over the place. And there's just so many things that I need to think about and do, and all of these things. And I also was hearing the song Break My Soul by Beyonce. It just kept playing, dun, 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 and then I just kept hearing, you won't break my soul, over and over and over in my head, and I'm hearing it again now. I don't know if you have stress overload going on as well, maybe with the things that you're taking on, a lot of tasks, a lot of responsibilities. I'm seeing the Roadrunner running all over the place. Maybe you feel like a chicken running without, what is the saying, a chicken running without his head on his shoulders or something like that. I'm sorry, I'm butchering that phrase. And then I also heard that song Free Your Mind. It's kind of an old song. I don't really know the full song at all. I just know that one part of the song that played in my head, and where they go, free your mind and the rest will follow, something like that. So I might be butchering that as well, but that is the song that was playing as well, which is that part of the song. So I feel like there is a lot going on with you, a lot going on in your head, a lot going on outside of you. There's a lot of chaotic things, and you're being asked to like free yourself, free your mind. Maybe a lot of stress, a lot of responsibilities, a lot of anxieties, a lot of just a lot, you know. I just feel like, whoa, like I need to breathe. Do I even have time to breathe? You know, I just feel like I'm going, and my heart is racing, and I'm just like, whoa, whoa. And I feel like you're like an octopus in the sense that you need 8 arms just to get through the day, to do all the things that you need to do. And even then, you know, when you start crossing things off your to-do list, it's almost as if like when you knock 5 things off, like 10 more things pile up on top of it. And so I don't know if you resonate with that energy, perhaps, and that's why you're a multitasker. Maybe, you know, organization is your jam, or perhaps you have like people think you're not organized because you have your own sense of organization, you know, like you have, you know, like what I'm seeing is like I like to think I'm organized, but in my own way. So like my husband will say like, oh my god, it's a mess, but if you mess with my mess, I will freak out because I knew exactly where my thing was in the mess. You know what I mean? It's like an organized mess, if that makes sense. So like, for instance, like if I have like a black tank top in a pile somewhere, I know exactly which pile it is, but if he folds it and puts it somewhere, I have no clue where he puts it, and then he doesn't know where he put it either. So that just messes me up, and then I go crazy because I'm the type of person who needs to find it, even though I don't need it. I just need to know where it is, because that messes me up. So I don't know if you're the same way, but yeah, that is kind of what I pre-channeled for you as far as like what's going on and like the things that came through in that part of your reading. So getting into your pre-shuffled oracles, hopefully we'll see how this transfers over to what I channeled. So starting off, we have number 19, shift your energy. Okay. That sounds like a pretty good thing. We have number 66, White Raven Spirit, Trust in the Magic. Every group I shuffled 2 cards from this particular deck, by the way. 31, Groundhog Spirit, Time to Let Go. Okay, I like this also. I feel a little more at ease. We have Silence, which I really like to show you the illustration on this card. And then we have Camel, trust that you have the resources to get through the challenges before you. Okay, I like that. All right, let me tap in for a sec. All right, group 2. Tap me into group 2, please. Tap me into group 2. All right. I feel like this is really great because first off, with the silence card coming in, I just feel like you need to silence your mind, to silence your energy. Also with shift your energy and silence, it just goes together really well. Sorry, I'm totally shaking the entire table. Find your tribe, you know, rather trust that you'll find each other, you know that sometimes being amongst others in silence, like see how all these ghosts are just sitting in the tree in silence, basically, that's enough. You know, you don't need to necessarily, you know, be, what is the word? You need to just trust that we are all on this same journey, the same magical journey. You know, while each journey is unique, we're all still on a magical journey of some sort. And just trust that you will find your people. I think that, like, my brain is going all over the place, which is why this message is kind of coming through mixed. And I think I'm picking up on your energy, if I'm being honest. 19, shift your energy. This is like all about clearing out your energy and anything that of your environment, the energy of your environment. So like what that means is like, you know, clearing out all of the things that are no longer serving you, clearing out all of the things that are not, you know, you anymore, clearing out the things that no longer serve you, clearing out, this could be people, relationships, this could be, you know, material things, these could be um, places, you know, leaving places behind, clearing away the old basically, and things that aren't for you anymore to make space for the new things to come in basically, you know, time to let go with this groundhog spirit, right? It connects all together, it connects, and really understand like that it's time for you to trust in the magic that is coming in towards you, and really allow yourself to quiet the noise, quiet the chatter in your mind and around you, and like let go of the chatter if you need to, you know, if of the unnecessary chattering going around, if that's what's necessary, you know, because what you need to be surrounded by right now are those who are a part of the journey moving you forward, a part of your journey that, you know, is meant for you going forward. And the part of your journey that's meant for you going forward is you to understand, like, we all have challenges, right? Trust that you have the resources to get you through the challenges before you. And so I think, like, with all this chaos and all this craziness that you have going in and around you, you can only control you and your environment that you're in. So first, let's start with like baby steps, right? First, we start with like, what can you remove that is not, you know, serving you inside of you, right? Can we take out things that, you know, what are we burdening ourselves with that's taking us on, that's stressing us out so much? What are we burdening ourselves that, you know, what are we overloading ourselves with that we can take off? You know, I feel like as a camel, like we're always taking on the burden of other people's loads, other people's crap. And sometimes we need to understand, like, it's okay to say no. It's okay to be like, I can't do this right now. I'm sorry. You don't even need to say sorry. You just be like, I can't do this today. I can't do this week. I have XYZ. I can't do this week, you know? And shift your energy to understanding that it's okay to pivot your energy towards something that is more self-serving so that you can accomplish the things and feel like you're knocking things down as opposed to like weighing yourself down. Does that make sense? I feel like it's going to make sense to the right people. Because while you're taking on so many things thinking you're going to get things done, I believe, like, you know, you think you're adding more things to your list thinking like, I'm accomplishing, but at the end of the day what you're really doing is like taking on this pile and overloading yourself, and then you're going to burn out, and eventually when you burn out you're not going to be able to do anything. You're going to just be stuck in a rut and you're not going to be able to overcome anything, and that's not going to help anyone, especially not you. It's going to take a long time to recover, and then what? You know, the main thing here is for you to shift your energy towards what's serving you and what's not serving you, you know, and whatever's not serving you, it's time to let it go. You know, trust in the magic that like is you. You know, trust in the magic that is you, and trust in the magic that, you know, by letting go of the things that are not serving you, that are not for you, that are just draining your energy, draining your force field, letting those things go and trust in the magic. I keep repeating that because I need you to understand that the right people are going to come in to help you and guide you along the way. And I say that because 66 makes me think of love, like unconditional love at that. 6 is the number of harmony, cooperation, family, communication, problem solving. It's also, though, the number, more importantly, of the lover's card and love. And just, I feel like that for me is letting me know that group 2, you guys are having people soulmate people, not necessarily romantic soulmate, but like soulmates can also be like soul family, you know, friendships, things like that, coming into your life to really help you along your journey and get you to where you need to be, and also just be a part of that journey. You know, also be a part of your life in such a powerful way, in such a life-changing way, in such a loving way. It doesn't, you know, have to be this complicated. It doesn't have to be this draining. It doesn't have to be this like overburdening thing where you have to do so much for so many other people and feel like you're not getting anywhere. You know, that's not the way it's supposed to be. It's time to let go and feel like you're doing the same shit different day. Because that's what I'm feeling like you're doing with this groundhog, you know, waking up and repeating the same thing over and over and over and not really getting anywhere, you know? And so now it's time for you to really shift and pivot and do things a little differently. Let it go. Trust that things are going to happen and flow the way that they're meant to, as long as you take this action and do the right things for you. And it's okay to sit in silence and trust, like, to be among the people that you are, you know, that are on this journey with you. Maybe you might not know who they are just yet, but trust that these people are coming in towards you. So let's get a little more information, a little more messages with tarot. Okay, what does Gaia want Group 2 to know, please? Ooh. Let's take the first one. We have Page of Pentacles reverse. Does Gaia want Group 2 to know? Nine of Pentacles reversed. The Hierophant. Does Gaia want Group 2 to know? Oh. The Six of Pentacles. Does Gaia want Group 2 to know? Oh, hold on. Knight of Wands. In the back, we have the Nine of Wands. I feel like Gaia really wants you to know that there's this lack of progress on your end in your journey because you have been like not doing your own thing. You haven't been, you know, focusing on your own journey. Like this Nine of Pentacles in reverse, like this is telling me like you guys need to step into this energy, you know, and you're totally capable of stepping into this energy, but it's like you have been so overly generous with all these other people. I feel like you've been giving yourself and your energy and your time and your efforts to so many other people that like it has been keeping you from doing all of these things, accomplishing your success, accomplishing your independence, accomplishing your, what is it called? Your like, I'm just hearing like, dun, dun, what is that? What is that song called? What is that song called? Dun, 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 Lucy Lou. What is that song called? I'm going to put it here once I figure it out because I'm drawing a blank. I'm just hearing that beginning part. I think it's independent women. And it doesn't matter what you identify as, but it's just the energy of the song where you are able to go and get your own bag, go and get your own things for yourself and stand up on your own and do all the things for yourself, you know, like whatever you want, you got it. Seven Rings, Ariana Grande, you know, like you are capable of doing these things, but it's just that you haven't been able to because you continue to serve other people in such a way that it's overly doing it, you know, like overly doing it in a way that's hindering you from going after these things. It's keeping you from progressing on your own personal journey. And it's time for you to really seek, heed the wisdom that maybe, you know, there might be like a certain mentor in your life, or somebody who is really there to really guide you on this path and on this journey, that is giving you advice to really progress and go forward on your way. And time to make moves here. It's time for you to really let go. It's like time for you to give up certain people in your life who have just been taking and taking and taking from you, and let go of certain habits, certain ways, certain behaviors that which have kept you from moving forward on your journey, on your path, on your purpose, for you to reach this Nine of Pentacles energy, reach this level of independence, reach this level of success and abundance at that, not just independence, but success and abundance that you are so deserving of, you know, because you are definitely generous. You are definitely, you know, in this energy of like loving and loyal and just such a kind person and magical at that. And understand, like, the universe and Gaia sees that. And so once you start switching up, shifting your energy towards doing the things that you need to do for you, I do believe that Gaia and the universe and karma will help you along your journey as well in reaching this Nine of Pentacles and switching it to the upright. You know what I mean? So really understand that there might be somebody that you need to align yourself with here, as far as like getting some mentorship, getting a leg up. Perhaps I'm seeing like a leg up from another oracle deck that I have, called Wisdom of the Oracle, I believe. And it's about you accepting help, accepting guidance from someone who offers it. Don't be afraid to accept it, you know, as long as you feel like it's aligned with what you were trying to do and what you are trying to achieve. You know, don't be too proud to say, accept help from this person who's coming through, because I feel like that's what's happening. Okay, let's get a few more things here before I close out with advice and guidance. Any other messages from Gaia? Ooh, we have determination. Yes, so much determination in you, and Gaia sees that. You know, yellow is definitely solar plexus energy for me, and definitely you have so much strength and power and wisdom within you. You also have some anger coming out, because that's the one that flew out there. I wasn't going to flip it over, but there is a little bit of anger. Use that anger that you have within you, because you feel so much frustration here, as far as like why you aren't farther than you should be. But honestly, it's no one to be angry with but yourself. Gaia is saying, like, this was your choice to choose to do what you were doing. It's not like, you know, someone told you like you have to do this or else. You know what I mean? Like, ultimately, this was your choice to go on your path this way. But what you should be understanding of and compassionate of is like, this redirection could be for your protection. You might not see it or understand it now, you know, this like delay, or this, you know, why you're not there yet and things like that. You might not understand or see what it is now, but in the future, looking back, you may understand later. You know what I'm saying? So really try not to focus so much on this anger. Use that as fuel, and use that as fuel towards your determination to get to your end goal faster. You know, try to feel that anger, honor it, but let it go. You know what I mean? Don't let it fester. Don't let it hold space. Don't let it live rent free, because it's not worth it. Okay? It's a really important message. Any other messages from Gaia? We also have movement. Yes, I feel like it's going to be moving quick. Also, green is heart chakra, so I feel like you're going to move this anger pretty quick, and it's a lot of healing and loving energy. Green is also go, go, go. So movement is fast. Switch this anger really quickly. Honor it, feel it, and move it. Turn it to green. It's going to fuel you so much faster. When you do things out of love, trust me, it makes all the difference. And as you move with this passion and love, it's going to be so beautiful, you guys. You also have creativity coming out. So beautiful. I love how it's purple as well, connecting to your crown chakra, spirituality, the universe. It's really connecting and co-creating with Gaia, with the universe. I love it. So connecting with it. I love how all the chakra colors are coming out. I wouldn't be surprised if you get a blue eventually, and you being all in alignment as well. But yeah, you guys. Oh, what are we having here? What are we having? We're going to take the black one. Okay. Confidence. Definitely be confident in what you are doing. Be confident in your abilities. Be confident in your purpose and your passion and your drive. Okay? Seriously. And then the back of your deck, look at that. Beautiful. Abundance. Exactly what's coming towards you as you move towards this. Like I said. Okay? We're going to close out now with advice and guidance. Okay, advice and guidance for group 2, please. We have take a breather. Yes. Just breathe through this. Allow yourself to breathe. Feel that. I feel like that has to do with the anger. Just let it go. Breathe. And time to move forward. Time to get going towards this abundance. Advice and guidance for group 2, please. Advice and guidance for group 2, please. Oh. We have practice gratitude. Yes, definitely. Be grateful for the things that you have, because trust me, greater things are coming. One more, please. Advice and guidance for group 2. It's too many. Advice and guidance for group 2, please. Advice and guidance for group 2, please. Whoa. I dropped it. Hold on. Step into your power. Yes. Group 2, definitely step into your power. Own it. You guys got this. Seriously, there's nothing you can't do moving forward. And in the back of your deck is even more beautiful. Trust all will be well. Because seriously, it will be. It will be. You guys seriously have got this. But it's amazing energy, you guys, from Gaia. I love this for you. And I just can't be more happy for you. Seriously. So, wow, so much energy flowing. Sorry, I'm burping. But that is where I'm going to leave your reading, group 2. Thank you guys so much for letting me do this reading for you. Please go ahead and smash the like button. Comment down below a little octopus emoji so I know you're from group 2. And let me know how it resonated, especially the channeled section parts. Like, let me know how that resonated for you guys. I really appreciate your feedback, and I love when you share with me. So thank you. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you don't miss a beat. I will also be linking my Patreon down below in case you're interested in joining our magical family over there, where we have exclusive content and weekly energy readings not available here on YouTube. And I would love to have you guys there. Also, if you guys are on TikTok or Instagram, follow me at That's Carissa. I will also be linking those down below. And yeah, you guys, thank you guys so much for being here. And I hope you guys have a magical day or night whenever you guys are watching this. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye. What's up, group 3? If you chose the sun, welcome to your reading. I'm going to go ahead and pop your crystal right over here. And we're going to get started. If you missed the intro, I don't know if I've been saying this every time. I have channeled I did like a little automatic writing. I don't even know how I said that in the other groups. I think I said pre-channeled, and that didn't make sense now that I think about it. But I did a pre-channeling, I guess you could say that's what it is. Before I drew any cards and things like that, I just tapped into the energy of your crystal and did like an automatic writing, and then that was really messy and long, so I condensed it to a note card, and this is what it is. So I hope it resonates. Yeah, I hope it resonates, because that's the first time I've done it without tapping into any cards and things like that. So definitely take this only if it resonates, and we'll see how it goes, how it connects to your cards. So far, group 1 and 2 has been pretty good. But yeah, let's just dive in, shall we? So definitely with your group, I felt like there was something really ancient about the energy of your soul. And the song that was playing in my head was Pure Imagination from Willy Wonka. I don't know if you guys know that song, but that was one thing that kept playing in my head. There was a few songs that played in my head, so music might be really significant for you guys in terms of like how you guys cope with things, heal, or just in general. You know, I think music might be just a really important thing in your life. Also, I feel like you guys have a lot of big dreams of really creating a magical life or a magical world. And you may have been drawn to group 1 as well. So I felt like there was kind of a similar energy, but very different at the same time, if that makes sense. I feel like if you've ever felt drawn to indigo child energy, perhaps you might be, I mean, you might have been felt drawn, you might have felt drawn to group 1, but definitely there's something magical about your energy as well. So yeah, but you guys feel somehow more elevated in a way, like more woke or experienced, not elevated like superior, but like elevated like woke, you know, like more experienced as a soul, or just more aware, if that makes sense. Um, so yeah, more tapped in, maybe, if that's the correct way for me to say it to make sense. Um, More, I guess, in tune to your spirituality or your practices, maybe. I guess I could say that. Um, so a few other songs that I tapped into were I Dreamed a Dream from Les Miserables. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but that's actually a really tragic song. So when I tapped into that song in particular, it's I didn't really want to focus on the trauma aspect of it, in case anybody was triggered by that. So please don't take it that way. And if you are triggered, I do really apologize. That was not my intention when I channeled it. I can't control the song that pops in my head, so I apologize if you are triggered. But when that song popped in, I feel like perhaps like your inner child maybe has gone through, or your child self has gone through something that maybe, you know, it felt like you couldn't do something, or your dreams were you were unworthy of your dreams or something like that. It kind of felt like that, and that was like the best way for my guide or Gaia to really show me that message, I guess. Or perhaps that might be a specific song for somebody in this group. So that's that. I don't want to go too deep in that because I don't want to unleash anything there. Sorry. I do apologize. Another song that came out was Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield, which I think I spelled her name wrong. Yeah, that song pops up a lot for me, if you guys are familiar. And A Million Dreams from The Greatest Showman. So you guys know those two songs probably pop up a lot, especially A Million Dreams. So you guys, if you guys were my turtle group from, what is the reading I just did? What others love about you or find attractive about you, you guys might be from there. But yeah, if not, don't worry about it. But yes, I feel like you guys definitely have really big dreams and a lot of amazing things about you, amazing qualities, a lot of magic within you, and a lot of power, and so much like so much to unlock, and that you've already unlocked, if that makes sense. So sorry, I got distracted. But yes, there's just so much magic about you. I feel like if you tapped into like psychic abilities, unlocking things like that, you could totally resonate with that as well. But like I said, if you felt drawn to group 1, please go ahead and tap into that as well. But yes, let's hop in, because I do feel like you guys are definitely tapped into some sort of gifts in that way, like group 1. I don't want to give away group 1 by doing that, sorry. We have number 44, Seek Beauty. So if I didn't already say it a million times, you guys are definitely magical. You have this ability to create things into reality, if that makes sense. So, ooh, that was bad. I drew 2 cards of this deck for everyone, just so you know. We have number 38, Dreams. I'm sorry. I love when, I'm sorry. That's, whew. Dream the world into being. What did I just say? Wow. I was so worried I was getting things wrong. 29, see the big picture. Okay. Dreams. Wow. Okay. I'm going crazy here. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. You guys. And Pueo, Hawaiian Owl. Oh my gosh. I love you guys already. Your ancestral spirit guides are offering you guidance now, so pay close attention to signs and omens from them. Pueo is one of my favorites. You guys know I am a Hawaii girl, so pueos are my jam. One of my favorite animals, period, and one of my power animals, actually. Oh, hello. Not this deck. We're channeling here first. All right. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself because I'm excited because I totally hit the nail on the head here with your group, so I'm super excited. Dream the world into being. What did I say? Like, seriously. And you have 2 11s and you have a 44, so you guys are totally magical. I mean, group 3, seriously, you're totally magical. All about magic. I mean, if you're a twin flame, I wouldn't be surprised. But if you're also just somebody who really believes in like your dreams and going after them and making things happen, if you are somebody who is a powerful manifester and you really resonate with that, I would not doubt it as well. But definitely what Gaia is here to tell you, that's what I need to focus on. Focus, focus, focus. Okay. Seek beauty. You really need to reflect on love right now. Okay, that's really important. Reflect on love, reflect on your heart, and really find beauty in the world, and within yourself as well. Okay, because right now it's all about creating memories and enjoying the experiences and celebrations that are happening for you and around you and in your life. Find beauty within all of that, okay? And especially in yourself, okay? Especially in yourself, because you are absolutely beautiful. Group 3, absolutely beautiful, okay? That is something that is extremely important in this card. Where do I want to go next? Let's go dreams, because this is a beautiful card here as well. There are so many seeds that you've planted that has come to life and or are currently coming to life. And you need to really understand too, like, dreams are the seeds of our future, right? It all starts off with a dream, right? Everything that we go after, it starts off as a dream. So really allow yourself to have that rest and slow down so that you can recuperate and get re-energized and set out and start on a new dream and go off on a new venture and, you know, work towards these dreams and making them into reality again. But you can't do that unless you're rested and rejuvenated, right? And that's kind of what this card talks about here. And like understanding, like, you're dreaming, you're doing what this lizard spirit is doing, dreaming the world into being. You're doing that. I feel like if you ever if you watch Netflix, The Sandman might be a significant show for you as well, because like they talk about that. There might be like significant themes or messages in that show for you. And And it's a really good show, by the way. Giraffe spirit, see the big picture. I believe like sometimes when we are trying to find beauty and we have a hard time doing that, sometimes you're too close to the picture and you need to take a step back. You know, giraffes are, they have long necks and they're really tall, so they can take a step back and really see from far away. And I think that's what you need to do. Take a step back so that you can actually see things from afar. And I think that by doing so, you can also see the bigger picture of your dream. You know, don't get so close to it that you don't see things for what they are at that same point. You know, your dream might be bigger than what you really think it is too at that. So there is that coming through. Your ancestral spirit guides are offering you guidance now, so pay close attention to signs and omens from them. I feel like, you know, that goes hand in hand with this see the big picture. Like maybe you're missing some signs and omens that are being shown to you because you're not quite looking in the right places, or you're just, you know, maybe your eyes are closed, or, you know, take a step back because you might be sounding too close. You know, does that make sense? I think that might kind of make sense, but kind of not, because you're like, how can I be standing too close if I'm just where I am, you know? But sometimes we need to go on adventures or take a vacation to rest, and maybe that's what it is, you know, a change of scenery, switching things up to change our energy and things like that. Find beauty, go on, you know, finding beauty by going on adventures, seeking experiences and things like that, to see the signs and things that we need to. So that's kind of what I'm getting from our guides. I mean, our Gaia, is that, you know, it's time to explore and find beauty and inspire yourself to find a bigger dream. If maybe you're finding that your passion is maybe either misdirected or the flame is kind of dimming out. Maybe you have so many passions, you don't know which one to focus on, you know, so many dreams, you don't know which one to focus on. And so it's time for you to hone in on one and you just don't know which one to pick, you know, that sort of energy. It's time for you to go somewhere and figure it out, because, you know, we need to switch up the scenery, get yourself excited about something, and then it's kind of like that change of scenery or that adventure that you have that can give you that epiphany sometimes, you know? It's kind of like that. So let's see what else we can get. But definitely mugwort might also be really helpful to help you with your dreams, lucid dreaming, things like that. What messages does Gaia have for group 3? Does Gaia want group 3 to know? King of Cups, Queen of Wands, whoa, the Lovers, wow. Wow. What does Gaia want? One more. The Hierophant reversed. Back of the deck is the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. I'm sorry, that's the Emperor. Why did I say Hierophant? I think I just saw the Hierophant in my head. Okay, group 3. You guys have an insane drawing right now. It's crazy, the things that are going through my mind. First things first, the obvious, okay? For those of you who did not come for a love reading, I apologize. That's the first thing I'm going to read out first, and I will alternate the things that are coming through as well. So bear with me. There are 2 ways I'm feeling. First way is, if you guys are not already in a relationship or something like that, I feel like there is a possible soulmate coming through for you, and it's just a magical thing coming together, offering of love, and it's this uniting of energies between the two of you. And it's like the only way you're going to find it is by you getting out into the world and exploring and just making sure that you're available to be found. You know what I mean? And like, this is something that you have been dreaming of or manifesting into being and happening and bringing towards you in such a beautiful way. And so by doing so, you know, this is coming in for you, and like allowing yourself to receive and not be so rigid. You know, with the Emperor in the reverse, I feel like that's you having all of these like rules in place and having all of these restrictions and like laws or things like that where they have to be like this and this and that. Loosen that up a little bit and allow yourself to, you know, give leeway to certain things. Not saying to lower your standards or anything like that, but I'm saying maybe don't have so much restriction on the things that are happening. Oh my gosh, group 3, sorry. So, being like a little more loose as far as like, you know, he doesn't have, like, he doesn't make X amount of money, or, you know, like material things. I feel like letting go of that sort of standard. But like, as far as like if he's a good guy, as far as like if he treats you right, as far as like is he, and I'm saying he as an example, it doesn't matter what they identify as. I hope that's clear. You know, do they pull open the door for you? Do they, you know, offer to do this? Are they polite? Do they treat you with respect and love? And, you know, things like that. Don't lower those types of standards, but like, as far as like, oh, having an ideal person in your head, like, oh, they must be a doctor, they must be this age, they can only be, you know, 2 years older, or they cannot be younger than me, things like that. You know what I mean? That sort of restrictions, if that makes sense. Letting loose on that. That's kind of what I'm getting. But like, also with the Emperor in reverse, it's also like being less rigid in how you are, I guess, when it comes to like feeling your feelings. Does that make sense? When it comes to feeling your feelings and processing that, like not allowing yourself to feel like, oh, it's moving too fast, or I don't want to feel these feelings right now, things like that. Because ultimately, this is somebody that you're building a legacy and a life and a family with the 10 of Pentacles at the back of the deck. You know, this is somebody that I feel like could possibly be your partner for a long, long time. Possibly get married, possibly have a family with, that sort of energy, if that's what you want, with this energy at the back of the deck. Now, the other energy I'm getting here is that, you know, it doesn't need to be romantic. This can also be somebody who is a soul family member, meaning like this could be a platonic friendship. You know, somebody who is going to be in your life like a ride or die, somebody who's going to help you along the way, who's going to help you let loose, who's going to help you experience things in your life the way that they're meant to be experienced, you know, to have fun, to see the beauty, not just within yourself, but also and around you, you know, to have fun, see the bigger picture, to enjoy life, to, you know, who's going to be there for you as a support system and as a friend and as your person. You know, I'm thinking like emotionally bonded and feeling like someone who's going to be your ride or die, that type of energy, you know. And it's such a beautiful friendship, such a beautiful, not, it's like deeper than just a friendship, you know, at that. Somebody who's going to be there when you're old and gray. It's kind of like Golden Girls energy, if that makes sense. And like, you're just going to be friends for life, family for life, that sort of energy. And like really just understanding like you guys can let loose, have fun. It's not always like, you know, it's not like business type of thing. It doesn't feel like that. It's like about you having, like, letting go of certain things, like not feeling like you have to do XYZ by the time you're 40, not having to do XYZ by the time you're 50, you know, sticking to a rigid timeline, like understanding like you're meant to have these life experiences and enjoying your life while you're still alive. You know, life is too short. That sort of an energy. And I feel like, actually, I feel like it applies to both, whether it's romantic or platonic. You know, this person's coming in to really help you do that, to help you bring your manifestations come to life, dream your world into being, and really be there for you and be your ride or die regardless. You know, and this could definitely be romantic and it could definitely be not romantic. It's going to vary for each of you, to be quite honest. But this is definitely somebody that I see being in your life for a long time, for life possibly. And definitely somebody that is going to stick with you and be around for a long time, and it's going to be the start of a very beautiful relationship at that. And definitely just incredible energy, group 3. So incredible. I'm gonna get a few more cards here. But yeah, definitely somebody who's just always someone you can lean on and go to, emotionally there for you. Any other messages for group 3 from Gaia? Did something flip? Yes, it did. With Ghost. This is definitely telling me right there, Pueo, your ancestral spirit guides are offering you guidance, so pay attention. You may feel them around you. Definitely, if you want to tap into their energy, you want to ask any guidance from them, you can definitely do that because they are around you. You're heavily guided. And you're definitely tapped into that energy, group 3. What does Gaia want group 3 to know? We also have anxiety. What do you have anxiety about? Seeking beauty, dreaming world. I feel like what it is too is like anything that you have anxiety about, it's about like you maybe tapping into the world, into the dreams that you might have and feeling like they're too big, understanding like trust in the fact that there are people coming into your life, and perhaps that is why it's time for you to really lean into your spirit guides, lean into your ancestors that are there for you and coming in, and just understand that you're being so supported and heavily guided. You know, allow yourself to really ground into nature as well right now while you have this anxiety, and when you have this anxiety. And I'm not saying that's a cure-all, I'm not saying that at all. Definitely not. I have anxiety and I know that for a fact. And I'm not a medical professional at all, by the way. But definitely grounding yourself can be helpful, and getting out of your head, moving your body, dancing it out, things like that. Music, I can see why you might be very tapped into music as well. You also have growth. Lots of growth happening for you, and intuition. So trust in that. Trust in the process that is happening for you. I think with the intuition too is that your gifts are expanding. Like I said, you guys are very tapped in to your abilities, and I think that intuition is definitely one of them. Your third eye, psychic abilities, things like that. Like I said, if you felt called to watch group 1, please go ahead and do so. You may have messages there as well. And one more, please. Messages from Gaia. Oh, you have happiness. Definitely a lot of happiness is coming your way, group 3. So much happiness. The back of your deck, we have comfort, which I love. Lots of comfort coming in as well. So I feel like not only comfort from your guides, but comfort from the person coming into your life as well. So we're going to close out now with advice and guidance. But yeah, I feel like you guys have come so far and grown so much. And like I said before, 1111, I was telling you about like twin flame energy, or like even just soulmates in general. I feel like that's definitely tapping into this tarot draw as well. Advice and guidance for group 3, please. Oh my gosh. there's a lot of messages for you. I feel like if you're definitely drawn to another group, go ahead and listen to it. We have release control, allow things to really flow towards you. I feel like that's also what that Emperor in the reverse is there for you as well. Focus on the positive. Yeah, because your dreams can really become a reality. So if you dwell in that negative, please understand, like, it makes a difference on your dreams as well. Oh my gosh. Advice and guidance for group 3, please. Advice and guidance for group 3. Believe in your good luck, group 3. Amazing. You have double Sagittarius energy, so that might be significant for you as well. But yeah, believe in your good luck. Luck is definitely on your side. And the back of your deck, we have go for it, which is very interesting. Go for it in terms of like chasing after your dreams. Go for it and going on an adventure of some kind and exploring and finding the beauty in things. So I feel like that is what's happening and what's going on in messages from Gaia for you guys. And that's where I'm going to leave your reading, group 3. Thank you so much for letting me read for you for this particular read. I really had so much fun doing this. And yes, if you guys enjoyed it, please go ahead and smash the like button and comment a sun emoji down below so I know you're from group 3. And let me know how you guys enjoyed it. If you guys really resonated with the automated writing portion, automatic writing portion that I channeled in the beginning. Let me know how that resonated for you guys. I really, really appreciate your feedback, of course. And yes, thank you guys. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you don't miss a beat. I will also be linking my Patreon down below in case you're interested in joining our magical family over there, where we have exclusive content and weekly energy readings not available here on YouTube. And yes, thank you guys so much. Also, if you guys are on TikTok or Instagram, feel free to follow me at That's Carissa. I will drop those links down below as well. And thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a magical day or night whenever you're watching, and I will see you soon. Bye. What's up, group 4? If you chose this beautiful turtle, welcome to your reading. I'm gonna put your crystal over here. This one's really cool. It's like a double crystal, so I really like this one. But yes, if you missed the intro, I channeled, I did like an automatic writing channeling before I drew any of your, oh my gosh, I thought I lost it. Before I drew any oracle cards, where I just kind of sat with your crystal and started writing whatever I could channel, scribbling, and then I transferred it to a note card where it was like much neater, which I kind of messed up on yours a little, sorry. But yeah, I just did that, and I should have filmed it, but I didn't. It took me kind of a long time to do that, to be honest, because I kept getting interrupted. I have a daughter and 3 dogs, so as you can tell, it gets interrupted pretty often when I am alone sometimes. So luckily I have some quiet time right now. But anyways, jumping in, I babbled way too long. So please take this if it resonates, only if it resonates. As always, take only what resonates and leave the rest. So hopefully, so far, things that I've channeled seem to transfer well to the cards that I drew. This is the first time that I've channeled before, like drawing cards and stuff. I mean, I guess I've channeled before, but like seriously channeled, I guess, if that makes sense. But yeah. All right, so group 4. The very first thing I heard was the calm before the storm. So I don't know if maybe things have been quiet lately. I also was hearing Coming Clean by Hilary Duff, that song. Maybe you've been doing some purging recently, whether it be like habits or behaviors or physical purging, like, you know, cleaning out your closet, stuff like that. People in your life, maybe things, other things like that. I also saw, oh my gosh, I can't remember her name now. Winona Ryder's character from Beetlejuice, which I don't know if that's a significant movie for somebody, because I could not correlate the significance or what the meaning of that was, as far as like why I was seeing that. Because to be honest, I don't really remember what that movie was about, other than like if you say his name 3 times, he shows up. But I wasn't seeing Beetlejuice. I was seeing Winona Ryder's character when she's wearing her hat, and I have no clue. I don't remember what her name is in that movie. So, but deja vu might also be something that you've been experiencing lately. I'm not really sure why that term just came into my head, but maybe you've been seeing a lot of things that felt so familiar, or experiencing things that felt like you've already experienced, things like that. Past life things might also be a thing as well. That might trigger your memories, stuff like that, where it feels like you know things already and somehow you just don't really know where it came from, and you just do, that sort of a thing. I also feel like wanderlust came up a lot when I was writing, where you have like a travel bug, or this want to explore. You know, I feel like you might be worldly, like this could be otherworldly, but this could also just be worldly, you know, where you like traveling, you've been to many places, or you really want to be many places, you know, um, just like experiencing the world and stuff like that. Cultured, very cultured, that might be a thing as well, but or it could be that you just moved around a lot. Um, but I also heard How Far I'll Go by Moana. So for me, like what that felt like, it felt like you were very connected to your ancestors, and like because of that, I feel like you're very heavily guided as well. Like there's a lot of energies surrounding you that are guiding you along the way. And what I mean by that is, like, you know, from Finding Nemo, how there's a Squirt and, oh my gosh, what's his dad's name? I can't remember, but the turtle scene, right, where they're swimming, they're surfing in the ocean, and like there's so many other turtles there. That's their whole family, like all surrounding them, and so I feel like that's you guys. You know, you're connected. You're very connected to your family. Your ancestors are heavily guided. You know, whether it be like your actual family or your ancestors surrounding you at this time and being surrounding. But yes, I also feel like there was a lot of like ocean things being shown to me as well. So you might be very connected to the water or ocean life, you know, um like what is it called? Like mermaids, sirens. So that made me really think like you might be connected to Atlantis energy, you know, you might really resonate with that energy as well if you are a starseed or things like that. I just feel so called to like you really resonate with the ocean. It's very soothing, it's very calming. You might feel very rejuvenated when you're in water, and cleansed when you're in water, and things like that. So I wouldn't be surprised as well if that's what you felt most like calmed in, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's what I had coming through there, and then I cut it off. But we'll see what else comes through. I'm not going to just like cut the thing, you know what I mean? We're going to open up these cards and see how I did, see how it correlates, and see how it goes. So hopefully that resonated for you guys. Group 4, we have number 9, perfect setting. Okay. Everybody got 2 of these cards, just FYI. Number 19, dog spirit. Be loyal to what you love. And we also have number 1, Ant Spirit, time to collaborate. And ancestors, yes. I love that. Okay, so I got that part. And humpback whale, yes. Music is essential to your healing and well-being, whether singing, playing an instrument, or listening. I love this so much. Okay, definitely. And I feel like this also feels like you're connected to the ocean with that humpback whale. But okay, hold on. Let me get a feel for this. Okay, group 4. Well, I mean, obviously, where do I want to? Obviously, with the ancestors card, I already talked about how you're so surrounded by your ancestors and you're very connected to them, by the way. So if you ever wanted to tap into that and connect with them more, you can definitely do that, because they are with you, guiding you, lighting your way whenever you feel like, you know, you're walking through times of like uncertainty or, you know, shakiness. You definitely can go through with knowing that they are with you, guiding you, and, you know, protecting you. Also, though, with this perfect setting card here, if you have like a dream or a goal or like a vision that you um have, that you want to achieve, right? You have to make sure that you have the best environment around you to achieve it in, you know, in order for it to thrive. So like, for example, really think about how a plant survives in nature, right? There's so many factors that go into making sure that that plant lives. So soil, the direction of the sun, you know, the air, the water, the nourishment that it gets, you know, things like that. So all of these things really matter when it comes to the plant really surviving and thriving in its environment. So that's the same way with your goal and your dream and your vision. You know, those things, those factors really, really matter. And with that being said, you know, I feel like with Gaia here, there might be so many things that you have in mind going forward that you really need to choose to be loyal to the thing that you really love, and understand that as you choose that one thing that you love, you know, really give it the nourishment and the love that it needs in order for it to thrive. And as you do that, you know, you will attract the right people to collaborate on in order for it to really truly grow and do the things that it needs to move forward, you know. As the with this humpback whale going into this as well, music is essential to your healing and well-being, whether singing, playing an instrument, or listening. You know, there might be some things going forward where you don't have all the puzzle pieces, you know. That's what I'm feeling like with this time to collaborate. And so sometimes your vision might be cloudy and you're not sure where to go, you're not sure who to reach out to and what to focus on. And I think that by listening to music, that can really help hone you in, as well as, like, you know, whether it be music, getting to the water as well might be really helpful in terms of getting you that clarity that you need to focus, you know. So with that being said, I think that as you're moving forward on this journey and you're trying to find your way, sometimes we can get lost. You know, like Finding Nemo keeps popping up into my head, and I feel like somewhere along the way, you know, you think you're going, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. And then sometimes as we keep swimming, we get tired and sometimes we rest, but then we forget where we're going because we're so busy focusing on swimming, swimming, swimming. We forget where we actually going, you know? Does that make sense? But I feel like as long as you understand where your heart is and what it is that you truly want and desire, you can never get lost, if that makes sense. I don't know why I have to keep saying if that makes sense, because I feel like I'm getting lost in my own thoughts as I speak it out, and I think that's tapping into your energy. So let me just drink some water to clear. Hold on a second, because I really feel like I'm getting lost in my thoughts just now. Let's say, for example, you have a vision of a painting that you want to paint, but you're so focused on one section of the painting that you get lost in what the rest of the painting is supposed to look like, right? But you know that you want to finish it. This is what you love to do. You have this passion for art, and that's what you're focused on, right? It's time for you to take the time, you know, tap into some music, let yourself breathe, maybe drink some water, maybe take a bath and relax, and bring in those who can collaborate with you. Maybe those who can see the picture from a different perspective. Maybe those who can collaborate with you to bring forth a different piece of the puzzle that's missing from the picture, or that can paint a different part of the picture, you know. And I know that's not a typical way to finish a painting, but maybe that's what's necessary to make a masterpiece, a divine masterpiece at that, you know what I mean? Maybe a painting wasn't the best example. Maybe it could be like a cooking dish, or it could be building a home, you know, and things like that. But with that being said, group 4, let me get you some tarot cards to get more of the message here. What messages does Gaia have for group 4? What does Gaia want before you know? Okay. All right, group 4, perfect. I love this group 4. Okay. You have a lot of messages coming through, which is kind of what makes sense and why this is kind of spread out a bit. But up here, you need to have the perfect environment in order for you to thrive, and in order for your dreams to thrive. And you really need to focus and be loyal to the things that you love. That means do the things that you're really passionate about, right? And this ant spirit is telling you to collaborate with those who are like-minded. Surround yourself with those people who understand your dreams and your visions, and who are there to support you and those dreams and visions. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, you also have the ancestors card letting you know, once again, like I said in this part, that you're surrounded by your ancestors, you're being heavily guided by them, and they are supporting you as well moving forward. And you can always be inspired and healed and cleansed by both, I believe, both water and music. Whether playing, listening, dancing it out as well, I think is really great. I think also it's going to be even more helpful if you're, like, say, in the shower or taking a bath while listening to music, that sort of thing. With that being said, though, tapping into this tarot spread here, we have the 7 of Wands, in the reverse, the Ace of Cups in the reverse, the Eight of Swords in the reverse, the Seven of Pentacles, the King of Swords reversed, and the back of your deck is the King of Cups. Sorry, group 4. With your tarot drawing, what we have here is you guys are finally coming out of this struggle where you guys are having this cycle of, you know, self-limiting beliefs and doubts, and having a hard time really believing in yourselves, in trusting that you have the abilities to do the things that you need to do in order to accomplish the dreams that you have, you know, understanding like sometimes you need to surround yourselves with people who really understand your vision and trust in your abilities and see things for what they are. And I think that, you know, with the perfect setting card coming out here, it's understanding like you also need to put yourself in the environment, in your mentality, you know, feeding yourself, you know, positive affirmations and trusting that what you have in your abilities and who you are in yourself, in your own skin, that's more than enough, and you are worthy of accomplishing all these things. You're worthy of the life that you want and you are dreaming of. You're worthy of, you know, becoming the person that you already are. It's just a matter of stepping into it, you know. With the Ace of Cups in the reverse, you really need to focus more on giving that love and compassion and that generosity to yourself. You know, the love and compassion and generosity you give so freely to everyone else. You need to do that more for yourself. You know, I feel like you reap what you sow with the Seven of Pentacles. You put in so much time and energy and effort towards the things that you really love, and it will pay off, you know, but you really need to start believing in yourself and really start seeing your worth and seeing your value and understanding, like with this perfect setting card coming out in time to collaborate, understanding like the people who are around you and working with you and wanting to work with you, you're worthy of their collaboration. You're worthy of these people coming into your life and their friendships and their you know, them wanting to collaborate with you and be a part of your work and contribute to that. And understanding like be mindful of the things that you're listening to as well, as far as like music being healing and things like that, because that does take a toll on your mental health also. And I'm not a health professional at all in any sense of the matter, but what I'm saying here is that when you listen to more positive music that will really help you step into your confidence, you know, things that really make you feel good about yourself. And like that's why I think like Coming Clean might be a really good one for you. How Far I'll Go might be a really good one for you. I also feel like This Is Me by Keala Settle from The Greatest Showman is also an incredible song for you to listen to as well. Step into that power, step into you. You are amazing and incredible and so worthy of that energy. And it doesn't matter what you identify as, it's just an incredible energy for you to embody at that. So understanding like you need to start seeing you for who you are, and what that is amazing. What that is magical and incredible and so worthy of the things that you are dreaming of. And yeah, having more compassion for yourself and more love for yourself that you have for other people with this King of Cups at the back of your deck here. So with that being said, I do want to finish, not finish, but we want to get more from here, and then we'll close out with advice and guidance. So anything else Gaia wants group 4 to know, please? Oh, I saw one flip. Here it is. Faith. Exactly. Have faith in yourself. Have faith in yourself. Before. Because Gaia has faith in you. Ghost. I love this. See if your guides all around you, your ancestors are all around you. Seriously. so surrounded, so loved, so guided and protected. Did anything else flip? Oh, sorry, I just jabbed the microphone. Okay, we also have balance coming in, so I feel like this is about you coming more into balance in your energy, balance in your heart chakra as well. Oh, we also have rest coming out, so take some time to rest. And then you also have fear. Let go of some of those fears that you're holding on to. And then you have movement. I think that this is you shifting out of that fear and moving into faith, you know, having more balanced, taking care of yourself, with this rest card coming into play as well. So those are the things that I'm getting from your cards coming out here. You know, I think Gaia really wants you to focus on that and understand that you are heavily guided at this time, and it's just about you focusing on yourself, getting yourself back into alignment and balancing yourself, your energy, self-love with that rest card as well. Now we're just going to close out with advice and guidance. So, advice and guidance, please, for group 4. Advice and guidance for group 4, please. It's way too many cards. Advice and guidance for group 4, please. We have be humble, which I think you are, but I think that things are going to start moving quickly, so you might get in your head a little. I don't know, maybe it's a reminder. Maybe it's like letting you know, like, hey, you're going to get recognition, so release your blocks. Oh, and the last one, unleash your kindest self. Amazing energy, group 4. And your last, the back of the deck is know you are loved, and that you are, group 4, you are so loved, so loved. So that is where I'm going to leave your reading, group 4, and that is what I'm seeing from messages from Gaia. So thank you guys so much for letting me do this reading for you guys. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Please go ahead and smash the like button and comment down below. Let me know how you guys enjoyed it, and comment a little turtle emoji so I know you're from group 4, and let me know how this resonated for you, especially the automatic writing portion, how you guys liked it and all of that jazz. I really appreciate your feedback so much. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell notification so you don't miss a beat. I will also be linking my Patreon down below in case you're interested in joining our magical family there, where we have exclusive content and weekly energy readings not available here on YouTube. And yeah, if you're on TikTok or Instagram, follow me at That's Carissa, and I will also drop those links down below. And I hope you guys have a magical day or night whenever you're watching this, and I will see you soon. Bye!